A lot can be said about this game. But, don't you hate videos that ramble on for 10 minutes until it gets to the point of why you came to watch in the first place? Maybe you don't, but I do. City of Heroes by some miracle is back. Yeah, I am thinking it's back. Macros. You can do all kinds of interesting tricks with macros once you know a few key commands. Gamma Girl is a character I created with the whole idea of using macros in mind. She is a character that can grow and change during combat. Incredible Hulk style. She is a brute with super strength and radiation armor, so we will be using those powers as examples. The first thing I did was create 6 different alternate costumes. But you need to go to the correct tailor to do what I did, and create different character sizes. I always go to the one with the word surgeon in the name. This one you can alter the body in addition to their costume. When I created the design, I chose the martial arts robes because there are several versions of it in various damaged states to fit in with the Incredible Hulk motif. On the pants I used a pattern that matched the skin color to make it look like the pants were tearing. Each appearance change is linked to a defensive toggle power. But you can use this same basic idea to say make a jetpack appear on your back when you fly, or a special attachment appear on your armor when using a snipe type of attack. To make this work together there are a few key commands to know. Power exec name, the costume change command, the costume change effect command, the next tray command, the go to tray number command, and the toggle off command. Creating macros doesn't seem to take the whole command at once. I thought it used to. But I don't know. It doesn't seem to now. But no worries, you can edit existing macros after you create them, which is what I do. So when creating macros, just use the first command you want to be in the macro. For example, I made mine called alpha for the power it was activating. I should have called it CC0 to fit with the others. But oh well, I didn't think that far ahead and was too lazy to change it. So in the chat window I simply typed /macro, alpha, power exec, underscore, name, alpha barrier. Power exec underscore name does what it sounds like. It executes a power by its name. Keep in mind powers that are 2 words will have that underscore between each word usually. Next I right click the macro that appears in my tray and select edit. At the end of the command type in $signs. These allow you to have multiple commands in the same macro by separating the commands with the $signs. So I want a simple costume change, so I added CC1. This will change the costume to the second costume slot. Remember the first costume slot is number 0. I add another $sign and type in the command next underscore tray. Then I hit OK. My first part of my transformation is ready. What this does is trigger my power, change my costume and change the tray numbers. As you see, the tray goes from tray 1 to tray 2. Each tray have the exact same powers in the same order. The only difference is the different macros. For the next macro, I do the same things, except I change the power that is activated, and the costume slot that is changed into. And of course moving on to the next tray as before. The last tray I do a special effect for the final transformation and use CCE5CC pressure release. This does a foot stomp animation for a more dramatic change. You should be able to find the various costume change animation names with a little googling. I create a macro for each costume change. So in my case 5 costume changes, plus a final one to change back into the original form. Finally I made a power down macro to rest. On this one I use the power exec underscore toggle off command, which will toggle off a power by name. Of course they are separated by $signs. You can only have one power activated in a macro at a time. Pretty sure this was intentional to prevent some kind of auto fight button. However, the toggle off will toggle the powers off in the same macro. I use this with a combination with another costume change special effect to return to the original costume. Instead of the next tray command, I use the go to tray 1 command. This command lets you go to a specific tray. I tried including the rest command in this, but it wouldn't work. I believe it conflicted with the animation command. Keep in mind that you can only change costumes every 10 seconds. So if you do it too soon it will not change. But if I don't care about the costume changes, it still works really well to quickly toggle on all the defensive powers by quickly clicking one button 4 times without having to move the mouse. Until next time, embrace the chaos of gaming.